Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you to this video titled Converting Within Measurement Systems. And what you will need to do is get out your Go Math book and turn to page 185. Get out your math journal, pencil, and also a calculator. Now the goal for this video is looking at how we convert units within a measurement system. So we're looking at customary units to customary units, metric system to metric system as well. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can convert within measurement systems. What we're going to be focusing in on today for this video is we're going to convert units using proportions and unit rates. Okay, so what we're going to be referring back to is this chart on page 186. So it says on page 186, you can use ratios and proportions to convert both customary and metric units. It says use the table below to convert from one unit to another within the same measurement system. So we're going to be referring back to this chart throughout the lesson today. So again, we're going to be using unit rates and proportions to solve these problems. So let's look at the problem that we can see here on page 187. So it says the height of a doorway is 2 yards. What is the height of the doorway in inches? So again, we can refer back to our chart on page 186 to set this up as a proportion and also use unit rates. So we have 2 yards. We don't know how many inches. Okay, we're going to have 2 yards there. We don't know how many inches. That should be an X is going to equal 1 yard and 36 inches. Okay, why do we know that? We can see on our chart that 1 yard equals 36 inches. So this is the unit rate that we're using, and we're setting this up as a proportion. Okay, so again, yards and yards, inches and inches. So if you remember from the previous lesson, we cross multiply. So we have 2 times 36. That's going to give us 72. And then we divide by that other number. Now, since we only have 1 yard here, we're just going to divide it by 1. We'll just keep this process going so we don't forget what we need to do. That's going to give us 72. And that'll give us this missing number right here for 72. So what's the height of the doorway in inches? 72 inches. So again, setting this up as a proportion, yards across some yards, inches from inches, cross multiply, and then divide by that 1, you'll be good to go when you're trying to convert within a measurement system. The next one, an oak tree is planted when it is 250 centimeters tall, and this is on page 188. What is the height in meters? So again, what we have here is we have 250 centimeters. We don't know the amount of meters yet, but what we do know is that 100 centimeters is in 1 meter. And we can see that right on page 186. Now what we can do here, again, we've set it up as a proportion, and you will need to write this out. It's really important to do that. We have centimeters and centimeters, meters and meters. That is very important. If you were to flip these around and then you don't have the correct units across from each other, you'll get the wrong answer. So first thing you need to do, cross multiply 250 times 1. Not too difficult there. That's going to give us 250. And then what we do is we divide by that other number, 250 divided by 100. And that's going to give me 2.5. So 250 centimeters is equal to 2.5 meters. So what's the height in meters? We can just write 2.5 meters. So let's take a look at the one on page 188. It's actually number 3 on page 188, not 1 on 188. So it says, Mary Catherine makes 2 gallons of punch for her party. How many cups of punch did she make? So what we got to figure out, how many cups are in 2 gallons. So we have 2 gallons equals, we don't know how many cups, but we do know that 1 gallon is going to equal 16 cups. So the first step, again, set it up like a proportion, gallons, gallons, cups, cups. Got to cross multiply the 2 and 16. So we have 2 times 16. That's going to give us 32. And then we divide by that other number, which is 1. And that will give us 32 for our answer. So how many cups of punch did she make? We can see 32 cups. Now this next one, I'm going to set it up for you. You can set it up with me as we're going along, and then I'll have you work the problem out on your own. So it says an African elephant weighs 6 tons. What is the weight of the elephant in pounds? So we have 6 tons. We don't know how many pounds that is, but we do know that 1 ton is going to equal 2,000 pounds. So we set this up as a proportion. Again, tons and tons, pounds and pounds are right across from each other. I want you to pause the video, work this problem out, and then when you press play, we'll go over the answer. So I'd like you to pause the video now. So setting this up as a proportion, hopefully you did this, 6 times 2,000. Cross multiply. It's going to be 12,000. And we divide by that number we did not cross multiply with. That's going to be 1. And that's going to give us our answer of 12,000 pounds. So we can see the answer for the problem number 4 on 188 is 12,000 pounds. So this concludes the video on converting within measurement systems. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.